Well, hello. Today I am going to talk about, this is Patricia, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am going to talk about the Take Your Pick tool. And I am on a group in Facebook, and several of them were asking about the Take Your Pick tool. I had mentioned it. Somebody was asking about how to pick up things and they didn't know how to use it, and so I'm going to show you. So first of all, I want to show it to you here in the catalog. And in the catalog, it comes with the Take Your Pick tool. It comes with this piece and this piece. Now, I think some of the major concerns were how to take this piece out. And I'm going to turn it around because I'm right-handed. And I'm just going to pull the cap off. You don't necessarily have to do that. But then you untwist this and it pulls out just like that. And then put it back in. So untwist it or twist it. Now, to use this piece, let's say I want to pick up some ephemera of some sort. Hold on. Let's say I have this. I have opened it. I just put it back in the bag. Happy Valentine's, by the way, everyone. Today is Valentine's Day. Let me get those out of the cap. This might be a new one. I think I've used it quite a bit more than that. And let's say I put some of these. Let's just put them in the cap for ease of use. And on this end, there's this little putty. Now, when that putty gets dry or it's no longer sticky or you just want more, then you twist this. Okay, just twist it. Give it a second to come out. It will come out. And when it does, come on, twist it. I'm pulling it. I don't want to pull it out of the... Okay, there it should be coming. I really don't want too much, so I'm trying not to do it too much. But you just kind of give it a little poke. Okay, so now you can see it coming out right there. Do you see that? Just that little tiny dot. And so I'm just going to kind of push it back down, maybe form it, whatever works. And then I can pick up my little pieces. If I need to put glue on it, I can put glue on this, or I can put glue on, let me grab a thing of glue. I can put glue on the project and then put this on there. Now, I might have to pull it off because it holds it pretty good, okay? But I can pick it up and put it down, or in this case, put it back in here. Now, this is full of little hearts and lips. Look at those cute little lips. And envelopes. And you can see the envelope from either side. And if you look really, oh, it's not focusing, really closely, you can see there's a tiny little heart in the middle of that envelope. Anyway, so, but that's how you use the putty end. So it's still coming out. You can see that now. Okay, so push that back down. Give it a little smush, if you will. And it comes with a spare one. You can tell, whoopsie, you can tell that this one has never been used because I don't see any putty coming out of the tip of that, okay? So I'm just going to put the cap back on it. This is one thing you really do want to keep that cap on because you don't want this to dry out. Okay, it's probably not going to dry out too much. It depends on how often you use it. But there's that end. This end, on the other hand, just twists and it shows you locked, unlocked. So twist it toward the unlocked end and it comes out. It's a little spatula. If I wanted to, let me see if I can find some of my here we go. If I want to pull out my embossing paste, I can open this up. I can pull out a little bit. Oh, this one's dried. This is an old one. I haven't used this one. But anyway, I can pull that embossing paste out. And here's, well, this is a shimmer white. I don't think this one is current. But I can pull that embossing paste out like this and then mix it. Now I could also pull it out with a palette knife. Okay, but the reason I like this so much, I do want to clean that off. Let me see if I can find, oh, it's cleaned off now. Yeah, let me pull out a wipe and wipe that off real good. There we go. I don't want that to dry on there. Well, I have it on both sides. This is a lesson in keeping your stuff clean too, I guess. Anyway, so push that on again. It's trying to come off. Put that lid back on there. Okay, so this is very easy to do, to just flip it around. Now, the reason I like this tool so much is there are other tools, other things that you can get with this. Now, this, we call it a pokey tool because I can poke the little bits out when I do a, what am I trying to say? A die, especially an intricate one. Now, the one that I really like for intricate dies is this brush. But I can't seem to find, I've got 4 of them, and I can't seem to find one of them right now. They're probably packed in a travel bag. But you just, and it comes with this thing right here, and you just roll your die across that after you've cut it out, especially a really intricate one, and it will push all those little pieces out. Now, if it leaves something behind, then I can use the pokey tool. I can also use that to make holes and stuff. Anyway, I won't go into the alternates for that. But like I said, this is one of the reasons I love this tool is it's got so many uses. Now here, this is a whole set that I can get. I've got a knife, a craft knife, that and that thing is very sharp. I definitely would keep the lid on that one. This one is really nice. Now what I do to use it, I'm going to again pull that off, unwind this, and put it in here. Now, it works just like other, you know, these kinds of things where you have to pull it back in. Okay, it works just like that to expose the blade. So, to use it, you pull that blade back, that cover back, and then my blade is available. And so I can run it along, especially if I have a ruler, I can run it along the edge of that and make something that will tear off, like a tear off ticket or a tear off bookmark or, you know, whatever I want for that. That's what that is really good for. Okay. And it has its own protector by pushing this up or pulling it down to expose that blade. Okay. This other tool then, whoops, I do want to put that back up there. There we go. Let me poke it out. It also, as it goes flying, has a pokey end. Now, I will show you this. It's longer than this one. Okay, you see how, and thinner. You see how that, it's just the least little bit longer and the least little bit thinner. But it is there, okay? The other end, every time I see this, it makes me think of, let me make sure you can see that, of like a dentist pick. okay? But it makes it so that you can get in there and pull something out. Now, to be honest, I don't know that I use this one all that often, but if that was what I was needing, then it would be really handy to have that, okay? And of course, both of these go in this end, and then it gives you that handle to be able to use it, all right? So let me put the spatula and the pokey end and put this back in there and put the cap on. Where's the cap? Because you do want to, oh, it's in my hand. Because you do want to keep these caps on them. Where did the cap go for this? I have it here. I know you guys are all saying, oh, there it is. Okay, so, whoops. Trying to get in there the correct direction. There we go. And then, of course, you've got this that just holds these pieces if that's what you want. So, let me show you. You've got this is your take your pick tool. This is replacement putty tips. These, you do get a replacement one with it. Okay. Then these three are the take your pick crafter tips, and this one is the brush tip. Okay, number 4, take your pick die brush tip, and it comes with this mat. All right, those are the take your pick pieces, the take your pick tool. I love it. This is probably one of the, I would say, second or third items I bought as far as tools go. And I only got this at first. I mean, it's only 12 bucks. And so very, very nice to have that. And then when these became available, which was maybe a year, 2 years ago, I got those. I love them. Don't use them as much, but I do use them and I like them. But the second thing I got was that brush. And again, I know I've got like at least 4 of them because I've got 4 of these pads. Go figure. But I can't seem to find any. But I said I'd post this within half an hour, so I better get to it. Thank you so much. If you would, give me a thumbs up. If you would subscribe and click that bell so you can get notifications when I put videos out there, and comment. I cannot tell you how much all of those things help in the algorithm, and it makes it so that you see more of these. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a good Valentine's Day, or hope you did. It's probably very late for most people. Here in Alaska, I don't even know what time it is. 7 o'clock maybe? All right. Have a good one.